counting, and I'm going to cover up some numbers, and then you're going to tell me the sequence that you follow, that you figure it out, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to cover up the 1, then I'm going to cover up the 3, next, covering up the 5, covering up the 7, leaving the 8, covering up the 9, leaving the 10. Okay, so based on what I've done, what is the next number I would cover up?
Those are odd numbers. 11.
Okay. What do I leave? And then what number do I leave, and what number am I going to cover up next?
The next one would be 13.
Okay, leaving
12.
12. Okay. Okay. And then what's the next number I'm going to cover up? Okay, 15. So what do you see? I have a 2, a 4,
6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
Okay, so what are we counting by with the numbers that are not covered up by the dog bones? What are we counting by?
2.
2. Okay, so now that you know the sequence, can you cover up the rest of the numbers and up to 50?
Okay.
Okay, great. Now let's count it all the way up. Let's count by 2s all the way up to 50. Ready? 2,
2,
4,
4,
6,
6,
8,
8,
10,
10,
12,
12,
14,
14,
16,
16,
18,
18,
20,
20,
22,
22,
24,
24,
26,
26,
28,
28,
30,
30,
32,
32,
34,
34,
36,
36,
38,
38,
40,
40,
42,
42,
44,
44,
46,
46,
48,
48,
and 50.
50.
Good job. Okay, now we're going to do something that should be familiar. Take off the dog bones. Now, I'm going to tell you the sequence we're going to go through now. We're going to go by 5s. So, if I cover up the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, I'm going to leave the 5, cover up the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, leave the 10, cover up the 11, the 12, 13, and the 14, leaving the 15. Okay? So my sequence is going to be 5, then 10, because 5 plus 5 is 10, and 10 plus 5 is 15. Which numbers am I going to cover up next?
It's 16,
Mm-hmm.
17, 18, 19,
Good. Leaving us with?
20.
Okay. So this one's a little easier, right? Because you can see where we're covering it up
Mm-hmm.
and leaving. So it looks like this column all counts by 5s.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So we know that this column will be counted by 5s.
Okay.
Good job. Okay, now we're going to do a little one that may be a little bit more difficult, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to cover up the 1, I'm going to cover up the 2, I'm going to leave the 3, I'm going to cover up the 4, and I'm going to cover up the 5, and I'm going to leave the 6. Okay?
Okay.
Going to cover up the 7 and the 8, leaving the 9, covering up the 10 and 11, leaving 12. Going to cover up the 13 and the 14, leaving 15. So what numbers do you see that I have uncovered?
3, 6, 9, 12, and 15.
Okay, good. So can you see the sequence that I'm going in?
By 3s.
By 3s. Okay. So can you show me the next up until 50 what will be covered and uncovered? Good job. Now can you count for me the letters, the numbers that are uncovered?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39, 42, 45, and 48.
Good job. So that is skip counting because we're able to see the pattern that it goes on each sequence. Now I'm going to show you skip counting on the number line. Okay? So I'm going to number it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? Now, normally we would count like this. Just going to each one, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. I'll just do that. Okay, all the way to 10. Okay? Now what we learned using the counting frame, we're going to go by 2s, okay? So, we're going to start from 2, and if we're counting by 2s, what's the next number we would go to?
4.
4. Okay? So all the way to 4, and then from 4, what's the next number we would go to?
6.
6. Okay, good job. Now let's keep going.
8.
8, and then last.
10.
10. Okay? So that would be counting by 2s. Okay, now let's take away . Okay, now let's go by 3s, okay? Let's start from 0. If I go 0 and we're going by 3s, I'm going to go back to 3. What's the next number I would go to?
6.
6. You're very good at this. Okay. Then what?
9.
And 9. Is that going to be the last number we end on this counting number line?
Can you go past?
Well, if it ends at 10 right now.
Then yes.
Okay, good job. Okay, now I'm going to erase both lines. And ask you to go by 5s. Okay? So, choose a marker. And then go by 5s from 0 to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I like how you counted.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good job. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you to just use the numbers by skip counting and numbering the numbers on the number line using 2s. Do you understand? Okay, so you're going to make a number line, but how instead of using 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and going in order, you're going to skip count and you only use the 2s. Like you would go 2, 4, and only mark 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, but I want you to go up.
So basically
20.
where this touches.
Yes. Okay?
Alright.
So I want you to make a number line. Start it off for you. We're going to go up to 20. Okay? But only using 2s.
Only using 2s.
Yes. Good job. Okay. Now for the last one, we're going to go by, give you a challenging one. Let's go by 6s.
Okay.
All the way to 60.
Wow.
I know. Okay, here you go. Good job. So can you tell me the 6 sequence?
6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, and finally 60.
Good job. Okay. Now we're going to do adding and subtracting using our manipulatives. So these little pieces are going to be our 1s. Dog bones are going to be our 10s place.
What's a manipulative?
It's a visual that we're going to use to add and subtract numbers. So you'll be able to physically move a 1s, a 10s, hundreds, and even thousands to understand adding and subtracting. So that's what we're going to use, okay? Okay, so now using our manipulatives, this being the 1s, this being the 10s, dog bones being the 10s, our puppies being the hundreds, and our dog food, or can, being 1,000, okay? Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to we're going to add 7. Okay, and then 3. Okay. So, how would you, so we can use these manipulatives to add 7, which we know, 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and add our 3. 8, 9, 10. Okay, but when we use our manipulatives, 10 ones can make our long. Okay, so we have 10 pretty much cubes, units, 10 units will make a long, which is our dog bone.
10 pennies make a dime.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay. So whenever we count to 10, we'll line them up, and then we'll transfer it into a long, which will be our dog bone. Okay? So let's say we had 4, and then we had 12. Okay, let's count our little pieces of units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, and let's add our 4. 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, now we have 18 pieces, and we remember that 10 units can turn into a long. So how many longs do we need out of 18?
1.
Yes, we would need 1. Okay, so can you take away 10 units for me?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so we'll take these units away, and we have 1 long that equals 10, and then how many units do we have left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so how much is left?
8 dog foods.
If this is 10 and we have 8.
Oh, these added together, that's 18.
Yeah. Good. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go into higher digits now. Okay. Remember, these are 10. So I have 10, 11, 12, 13, plus 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. How would you group this when adding? And you can add and take away longs.
So can I trade this for a bone?
Yes.
10 dog foods. Bargain.
So how much would a 13 plus 17 be?
30.
Okay, good. How many longs did it take to make 30?
3.
Good job. Okay, now one more. Okay, so this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 longs, which is 50, plus 51, 52, 53, 54. So that's 54 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 longs. How much would that be?
60.
Okay, good. Plus 1. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Okay, so can you add those and group them into manipulations?
So a dog is 100.
Yes, dog is 100.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'd like one dog bone, please.
You can take those away if you need to.
Take what away? Oh, those not mine?
Here you go. Here's a dog bone.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would.
How many puppies do you need?
I would like one. I would like one puppy.
Okay. So how much did that?
100, 110, 120, 121, 123.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, very good. That equaled up to 123. Okay. Now we're going to do adding and subtracting using our 10 frames, okay? So these are our 10 frames because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squares, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so now with this, say I have 1, 2, 3, okay?
Okay.
Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What we're going to do is we're going to add, we can add the 3 to the 5. Okay, so I'm going to move my bones over. So it'd be 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay?
Okay.
So we had 2 10 frames, one had 3 and one had 5. So we're going to move over from one 10 frame to the other. So that way we have a full 10 frame filled. That's going to be our goal. So that way it's easy to group it. Okay? Because what we had was 5 and 3. We add those together and we came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay?
Okay.
Now let's do one more. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, can you show me how you would add the 6 plus 4 on the 10 frame?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, and so our 10 frame is filled up.
Yay.
So next, we're going to go into double digits. Okay, grab more bones. Alright. Now we're going to leave this 10 here. No, sorry, never mind. We'll just leave the 5. Okay? I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Now, how would you add the 8 and the 5 using the 10 frames?
And that's 10, and then there's 3. That's 13.
Good. Now we use the 10 frames so that way it's easier to group. How you have the full 10, so that you already know that's 10, and then you just add the 3. Like you did. I said there's 10, and then there's 3, so 13.
So will we get a 10 frame for the test?
Yes.
Okay.
You can use a 10 frame on your 10. Okay. So now, we're going to try a bigger number. Okay? So I'm going to add another 10 frame.